So let me try to explain what the hell I'm dealing with right now. My name's Ash Curry. I guess you could say I'm not exactly lucky, unless you think getting chewed up and spat out by a haunted toy factory is luck. Brandon, my so-called friend, begged me to poke around this abandoned, blood-soaked place after a string of massacres, hoping I'd find some clue about what's really going on here. Before the dust even settled, I ended up running for my life from this gigantic blue plush monster. Picture a ruined, kid's nightmare version of a teddy bear, only with claws that could gut a bull. I managed to knock him into a pitch-black pit under the catwalks. That was the first creature of many. After that narrow escape, I met this weirdly nice porcelain doll named Poppy. The kind of doll you used to avoid at antique stores because she definitely looked haunted. Turns out she was the most polite thing in this hellhole. Only, her story was more twisted than I expected. She said the scientists here took orphans, actual kids, and twisted them into freakish toys, brainwashing them so deep they forgot they were ever human. Poppy also told me about the Hour of Joy. Sounds nice, right? Nope, it was a night of pure, bloody revenge and uprising. All these warped toys banded together and tore apart their makers in a frenzy fueled by years of pain. The leader. Some monstrous abomination, a jester spider hybrid called the prototype. I thought helping Poppy take down this prototype was the right call. I had no idea I was making the worst mistake of my life. Things only got weirder from there. We sneaked into Game Station, a torture chamber dressed up as a testing ground where they sorted orphans by whether their bodies could survive being remade as toys. That's where everything went off the rails again. Some spider toy with elastic limbs, bright pink with a smile that warped impossibly wide, mommy long legs, snatched up Poppy like she was nothing. Poppy told me we needed this dumb train code to move deeper into the factory, so I went full berserk. I beat mommy long legs to death. No pretty words. She screamed and bled, her body twisted up until she finally stopped moving. Then we caught the train into the depths, into Playcare. A so-called orphanage, buried deeper than you'd ever want to go. At Playcare, I met Kissy Missy, a towering pink monster, almost a twin to the blue one from earlier. For a second, things seemed less dire until the gas hit, slamming us into unconsciousness. I woke up in a school bathed in sickly, flickering light. There, smiling wide as ever, was Miss Delight, a human-sized doll teacher made to be friendly, with her brittle blonde hair, polka dots, and that stitched-on grin that never wavered. Let me be clear, she was an absolute nightmare. She jumped us, swinging a chainsaw through the air. Kissy tried to protect us, but Miss Delight lopped off her arm before I could even scream. Pure instinct took over. I hurled a knife I'd grabbed earlier, and it struck right through her eye socket, and she dropped instantly. Blood splattered all over the floor like a spray paint gone wrong. We bolted for the gas production zone, desperate for somewhere, anywhere not haunted by nightmares. But Catnap found us. He's this massive purple cat plushie, twisted and stitched together, always prowling the orphanage halls. He snatched us up, claws sinking in, and flung us down a pit, deeper, darker, and somehow still alive. It's like the place refuses to let anyone die easy. Poppy kept talking about Safe Haven, a spot down here where toys that don't follow the prototype's sick rules hide out. I was grasping at hope, but Safe Haven was annihilated. Scattered limbs, shredded fabric, stuffed guts everywhere. Every toy was dead or worse, but Doughy the Doman, the protector made of Play-Doh, wasn't among the carnage. His absence made the silence even creepier. We pushed onward and ran into the doctor, if you can call him that. He's just a brain floating in a glass tube, wires snaking everywhere, controlling the cameras and these robots with TVs for heads. He offered to help and steered us through the labs. Huggy made a comeback, somehow crawling out of hell after his last fall, still wanting blood. We barely managed to escape, locking ourselves in a room with the doctor. That's where the doc spilled the truth. He said we were headed for the better place, underground city beneath the toy factory. We reached Sweet Street, hoping things would turn better. No such luck. Lily Lovebraids snatched Poppy away, this deranged doll with hair like tentacles, twisted purple. She yanked Poppy off my shoulder, dragged her into her dollhouse for a nightmare tea party, stripped her naked, and dressed her in a new outfit. I barged in, ready to tear the place apart. The doctor wanted to abandon Poppy but ended up decapitating Lily instead. Blood shot everywhere, staining the wallpaper. We grabbed Poppy and ran for the train station. Finally, we reached the better place, but the doctor betrayed us. He'd been working for the prototype all along. Blacked out, I woke up to see Kissy get her head chopped off by the prototype. Poppy was tied up, helpless. The prototype stuffed Poppy's porcelain doll body deep into Kissy's bloody neck stump, her tiny head poking out. And it turns out the prototype wasn't just some crazed toy. He was Poppy's brother, and their dad was Elliot Ludwig, a human. Size Judge Puppet. The family drama was enough to make me puke. Poppy turned on me for her carnival of a family. The prototype twisted me into a hideous Raggedy Ann doll with my name stitched right across my chest. Prison cell, cold and dark, was my new home. 2 cellmates, Giblet, a toy with guts hanging out, and Chum Chompkins, a giant red plushie who only muttered meh. Giblet told me they were plotting an escape. We slipped out, sprinted through endless corridors, and ended up tumbling straight into the Earth's core. We landed and we finally stumbled into this room. A monstrous rocket jammed right in the center, with a huge hole punched straight through the factory roof. It looked like the only way out, but I couldn't take that risk. If the prototype got loose, it would slaughter everything in its path. So I told them I'm staying back. I'm not letting that beast out into the world. Giblet, with his jittery little hands, murmured some last tips and talked about a growing resistance somewhere deep below. He said he and Chum were leaving. No point sticking around just to get their limbs ripped off. Next thing I knew, they blasted off inside that rocket, leaving me knee-deep in old oil stains and silence.
So what do you think of my story?
I asked, exhaustion bleeding out of me along with everything else. Woody glanced up, hollow smile pasted across his felt face.
Honestly, I don't know how the hell you survived. But Simon, there's a few folks you gotta meet. Buzz, Jesse, all the rest.
It actually felt good, running into another friendly toy. Down here, friend could mean the difference between making it to sunrise or getting used for stuffing. Dragging this stupid doll body through the halls feels like centuries. Lost sense of time until we stumbled into a room they called the toy box. The place looked like some twisted plastic palace, bright paint, mirrors, too big for comfort. I kept expecting something with too many limbs to crawl from a corner. Inside the palace, a toy named Rory Lovescape greeted us. He's Lily Lovebraid's brother, a detail I wouldn't care about if I wasn't just so relieved to see someone who wasn't covered in someone else's blood.
Welcome back, Woody. And who's your friend?
He said.
Her name's Ash. She's joining the resistance. She's gonna help us rip the prototype apart once and for all,
Woody added. Rory took me on this bizarre tour of the place, one room after another, and each one more unsettling than the last. There was even a naked doll awkwardly pretending to wash herself, scrubbing away at nothing. Toys don't need showers, but sometimes trauma insists you try. Music drifted through the air, something warped and catchy. The toy box by the Stupendium piped eerily in from the music room.
Come take a tour behind the doors where dreams are made, where boys and girls around the world can come to play, where you'll see entertainment, innovation on display. No, you can't escape the fun, imagination runs away. There's no better place to spend all your days and play pretend. No, you won't be on your own, cause you can always make a friend. So on us you can depend, that the fun will never end, cause we're much too flush to break, but just maybe we could bend. And the lights went down and the doors stayed closed, and the toys soon found they were on their own. So a silence fell on their factory home, well they climbed from shelves and began to roam. Now you may think we're just playthings, sitting wasting and decaying. We've been waiting every day since you made graves out of our casings. We were made for entertaining, so forgive us for complaining. All you left for us to do was fool through tapes, the safety training. Trapped in the factory, what a calamity. Banished their language in bits of packaging. Plastic all corrected, fragmented and rattling. Tangled and masted, the batteries flattening. Warranty voided, insanity vanishing. Stitches are splitting, our minds are unraveling. Left us abandoned, but now you've come back and we've banked up the hug. So come get some love out of the toy box. Now we're crawling out the toy box. Now we're crawling out the toy box. Now we're crawling out the toy box.
I peeked in and found Pianosaurus stomping keys, Brawn thrashing to the beat, and Candy Cat with Cat Bee all tangled in the song's rhythm. No time to enjoy it, just nodded hello before curiosity yanked me down another hall. I spotted a weird room, branches and vines creeping out, blocking nearly everything.
What's behind that?
I asked.
That's Daisy's room.
Rory said, voice lower now.
She doesn't talk. Not since, well, after what happened.
I asked, but Rory wouldn't cough up the story. All he would say was,
It was that bad. Broke her mind. If toys even have minds.
He jerked his head away.
Anyway, that's the tour. So, what do you think?
I just looked around, these patchwork memories and haunted faces crowding in.
This place is wild. I could almost stay here forever.
I said, watching the way my words glimmered through button eyes. Woody wandered back with his friends, Buzz Lightyear and Jessie. Couldn't believe it. My childhood favorites, now trapped in a nightmare, no clue how they ended up here, in a toy slaughterhouse factory crawling with monsters. We barely made it through introductions when a thunderous bang rattled every pane of glass. We opened the palace doors and found a massive box dumped on the doorstep. We hauled it inside, heavy as regret. Jessie noticed a crank, couldn't resist twisting it like a living jack-in-the-box. The song started, but what popped out wasn't a clown. Boxy Boo emerged, a hulking, stretched-out, blood-splattered jack-in-the-box monstrosity with split lips and nails growing from his. Knuckles, in a blink he lunged for Jessie and swallowed her whole, blood, plastic shards, stuffing everywhere. The prototype sent Boxy Boo. It wanted our terror, our meat, our screams. Boxy Boo tore through the room, arms like guillotines. Limbs flew. Screaming, shrieking toys tried to run, but he was faster, ripping, gnawing, painting the toy palace red. Suddenly, Daisy's door creaked open, vines scraping the floor like claws. She emerged, changed, no longer silent. Her flowers curled into fangs and fury twisted her face. I wondered, was Boxy Boo responsible for whatever he'd done to her before? Her rage said yes. Rory grabbed my arm.
No time. We have to get out. He knows we're here. It's a slaughterhouse now.
Daisy thundered forward, roots whipped out, snaring Boxy Boo, wrapping him up tight. Her petals split and teeth erupted as she bit into him, shredding that monster alive. The shrieks, metal on metal, blood, bone, would haunt me forever. We escaped down the opposite hall, shock still pounding in my chest.
Don't tell me that was your whole resistance just wiped out.
I snapped, breathless. Rory gave this crooked little grin.
There's a lot more of us hidden away. We just need to tunnel through these halls, try to reach the next factory. Survivors stick together. Or die together.
Honestly, I wasn't sure which would come first, I muttered, trailing after them. Each step just brought us closer to the next horror waiting in the dark.
Oh, hell!